What is up? This is your LA in a minute, and I'm here in Studio City in front of what used to be the original location of Jerry's Famous Deli. Now, Jerry's Famous Deli wasn't just an LA landmark, but it changed the landscape of delis, becoming the most popular deli chain in the entire world with locations stretching from coast to coast. But now, there are no more Jerry's. So whatever happened to Jerry's Famous Deli? Let's get into it. To put in context how important Jerry's Famous Deli was in Los Angeles during its heyday, the original location was blocks away from the San Fernando Valley movie studios. So it was a natural hangout for people from the industry, including the cast of Seinfeld, and a late-night haunt for Demi Lovato and Miley Cyrus, amongst others, and even a spot where mayors of LA like Richard Riordan would rub elbows. In fact, the performance artist and comedian Andy Kaufman got his start there, bussing tables and washing dishes. In short, Jerry's Famous Deli was described as a place where old world kitsch and Hollywood glitz meet. And that menu was almost literally a mile long, which was a far cry from the idea spawned in 1978 by Isaac Starkman and the namesake Jerry Seidman, who grew the idea out of a fresh bagel and lox home delivery service that Starkman used on Sunday mornings in LA. They found the perfect location on Ventura Boulevard, next to an entertainment center and bowling alley, and again, a short distance from the entertainment industry hub, and also a population that supported the restaurant. Seidman was a local guy from Van Nuys High, and Starkman, who was born in Israel and lived in New York but moved to Los Angeles in 1963, worked in the food and beverage industry, so they spotted a niche that would turn into an LA phenomenon. Now, Seidman left the company in 1984 to start another fabulous deli in Toluca Lake. But Starkman was focused on the growth of Jerry's, soon opening an Encino location, as well as the wildly successful Marina del Rey outpost. And Starkman also opened his own deli called Starkey's in the Beverly Center. Now, another word about that infamous menu. Though they stayed true to their deli roots with bagels and sandwiches piled high, Starkman kept on adding items to that menu, hoping to find the right formula. And the menu eventually grew to more than 700 offerings and became one of their calling cards, especially as the 24-hour dining formula fast-tracked their success. And by 1995, that growth was magnified when the small deli with 4 locations filed to go public with an IPO to spearhead more growth. The IPO was a success, and they expanded, opening up locations in Westwood, Pasadena, and West Hollywood. They also purchased the smaller Solly's restaurant and deli, a Valley stalwart, giving Jerry's a foothold as the fastest-growing deli chain in the United States. Soon, Jerry's opened up locations in Florida, including Miami, and they were grossing more than $50 million a year, far outpacing any other deli in the United States. But as the stock faced a reckoning, so did Jerry's Famous Deli. At one point flying high at over $10 a share, by 1998 the stock price was under $1, and the company was in danger of being sold. By 2001, the stock was delisted, and the company was placed into the hands of Isaac's son Guy, who was made CEO. Under Guy's leadership, there were renovations, upgrades, and even rebranding, and Jerry's continued to survive for the next couple decades. But before long, the locations shuttered one by one. And finally, during COVID at the end of 2020, the death blow was dealt as the first and final location, it turns out, in Studio City was closed as well. So Jerry's Famous Deli was not just an LA landmark, it was the most popular deli chain in the entire world. And though they didn't quite have a meltdown, it was more like a slow burn. They no longer exist. But now you know exactly what happened to Jerry's Famous Deli. All right, LA, it's been a minute.